Africa is a continent of contrasts, known for its vibrant cultures, diverse languages, and rich history. From the pyramids of Egypt to the savannas of Kenya, Africa's beauty is undeniable. But beneath this beauty lies a horrific truth: the dark underground world of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is a hidden scourge in Africa. It thrives in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable. Many are unaware of its existence, but it is a daily reality for countless victims. This underground trade is a stark contrast to the continent's rich culture and history. This essay will shed light on the dark reality of sex trafficking in Africa. It will share personal stories, discuss the broader implications, and highlight the resilience of survivors. It will also call for global cooperation and public awareness to combat this scourge. Every victim of sex trafficking has a story. These stories are often filled with pain and despair.
I was promised a job in Europe, but instead I was sold into slavery. My journey was filled with abuse and exploitation.
Amina's story is not unique. Many girls and women across Africa are lured with false promises. They are promised education, jobs, or a better life. But instead, they are trafficked, exploited, and abused. These personal stories highlight the human aspect of this trade. Each story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the pain and suffering, many survivors find the strength to rebuild their lives. They become advocates, fighting to prevent others from falling into the same trap. By sharing these personal stories, we can humanize the issue. We can show that behind the statistics are real people with real dreams and hopes. This is the first step in raising awareness and inspiring action. The journey of a trafficking victim is fraught with dangers. It often begins with a promise of a better life. Traffickers use deception and manipulation to recruit their victims. They prey on the vulnerable, exploiting their hopes and dreams. Once recruited, the journey becomes a nightmare. Victims are often transported across borders. They are subjected to physical and emotional abuse. They are stripped of their dignity and freedom. The exploitation is relentless and the trauma is profound. The journey does not end with transportation. Victims are forced into sex work, often in foreign lands. They are isolated, unable to escape. The constant fear and abuse take a toll on their mental and physical health. The exploitation is a daily reality. Understanding this dark journey is crucial. It highlights the severity of the issue and the urgent need for intervention. It also shows the resilience of survivors who endure such unimaginable horrors and still find the strength to rebuild their lives. Sex trafficking in Africa is not an isolated issue. It is fueled by broader implications such as corruption and international demand. Corruption at various levels facilitates this trade. Officials turn a blind eye, and traffickers operate with impunity. International demand also plays a significant role. The demand for sex workers in Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world drives the trade. Traffickers exploit this demand, recruiting and transporting victims across borders. The global nature of this trade makes it a complex issue to tackle. Addressing sex trafficking requires a multifaceted approach. It involves tackling corruption and reducing international demand. It also requires cooperation between countries to disrupt trafficking networks. This is a global issue that requires global solutions. By understanding these broader implications, we can develop more effective strategies. We can work towards creating a world where no one is exploited or trafficked. It is a daunting task, but with global cooperation, it is achievable. In today's digital age, social media and technology play a significant role in sex trafficking. Traffickers use online platforms to recruit victims. They create fake profiles, post misleading job ads, and lure unsuspecting individuals. Once recruited, technology is used to control and exploit victims. Traffickers monitor their victims through GPS, social media, and messaging apps. They use technology to maintain control and prevent escape. This digital aspect adds a new layer of complexity to the issue. However, technology can also be a tool for combating trafficking. Law enforcement agencies use digital tools to track and apprehend traffickers. NGOs use social media to raise awareness and educate the public. Survivors use online platforms to share their stories and advocate for change. By understanding the role of technology, we can develop more effective strategies. We can use digital tools to prevent recruitment, protect victims, and apprehend traffickers. Technology can be a double-edged sword, but with the right approach, it can be a powerful tool for change. Non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and activists play a crucial role in combating sex trafficking. They work tirelessly to rescue victims, provide support, and raise awareness. However, their work is fraught with challenges.
One of the main challenges is funding. Many NGOs operate on limited budgets. Another challenge is the danger involved. Activists often put their lives at risk to rescue victims. Despite these challenges, NGOs and activists remain resilient.
Amidst the challenges, there are also success stories of rescue, rehabilitation, and recovery. These stories highlight the impact of NGOs and the resilience of survivors. They offer hope and inspiration.
Take the story of Grace, a young girl from Uganda. She was trafficked and forced into sex work, but with the help of an NGO, she was rescued. Grace received medical care, psychological support, and vocational training. Today, she is a successful entrepreneur, helping other survivors rebuild their lives. Another success story is that of John, a former trafficker turned activist. After witnessing the horrors of the trade, he decided to change his life. John now works with an NGO, helping to rescue and rehabilitate victims. His transformation is a powerful example of redemption and change. These success stories show that change is possible. With the right support, survivors can rebuild their lives. They can transform their pain into purpose, becoming advocates for change. Their stories offer hope and inspire others to join the fight against trafficking.
Survivors of sex trafficking are incredibly resilient. Despite the trauma, they rebuild their lives. Their resilience shows the power of the human spirit. Many become advocates, raising awareness. They share stories, educate, and fight for change. Their voices are powerful tools. Community support is vital for resilience. Support groups help survivors rebuild. Their resilience is a beacon of hope. It inspires us to fight for change.
I found a community that understood my pain. Together, we are rebuilding, step by step. It's about thriving and helping others do the same.
Sex trafficking is a global issue. It requires global cooperation to combat. Countries must work together to disrupt trafficking networks, protect victims, and prosecute traffickers. This cooperation is crucial for creating lasting change. International organizations play a key role in this effort. They facilitate cooperation between countries and provide resources and support. Organizations like the United Nations and Interpol work to combat trafficking on a global scale. Their efforts are vital for addressing this complex issue. Cooperation also involves sharing information and best practices. Countries can learn from each other's experiences and strategies. This exchange of knowledge can lead to more effective interventions and stronger protections for victims. Global cooperation is not just about governments and organizations. It also involves individuals and communities. By working together, we can create a global movement against trafficking. We can raise awareness, support survivors, and advocate for change. Together, we can make a difference. Public awareness and education are crucial in the fight against sex trafficking. Many people are unaware of the issue or do not understand its severity. Raising awareness is the first step in inspiring action and change. Education programs can help people recognize the signs of trafficking. They can teach individuals how to protect themselves and others. Schools, communities, and workplaces can play a role in these educational efforts. By spreading knowledge, we can create a more informed and vigilant society. Media also plays a significant role in raising awareness. Documentaries, news reports, and social media campaigns can highlight the issue. They can share survivor stories, expose trafficking networks, and call for action. The media has the power to reach a wide audience and inspire change. Public awareness and education empower individuals to take action. They can support NGOs, advocate for policy changes, and protect their communities. By educating the public, we can create a collective force against trafficking. Together, we can work towards a world free from exploitation. Sex trafficking in Africa is a hidden scourge. It preys on the vulnerable and thrives in the shadows. With global cooperation and public awareness, we can combat this trade. We must listen to survivor stories and let them inspire us. We must support NGOs and activists in their fight.
Finally, we must raise awareness and educate others. This is a call to action.